Good morning. Good day yesterday on Telegram for members. Let's remind ourselves of the calls. First one, Romanian opener. Now you had ideally to take insurance out here given Romania kept Italy under 21 very quiet indeed. But Spain got the late winner. If you stayed in, this would have been your reward. It was quite high insurance. I don't know if it'll still show it there. £16 insurance. So that would have left you with about a £22 loss on the draw had it ended a draw. Were you willing to take that hit in the hope of 78 quid? Well, the answer is there for you. And it's a great reminder to you that Spain under 21 are looking pretty rosy. Romania, plucky in defeat, likely to be heading out at the group stage. France had to win, did win. Portugal had to win, did win. Italy had to win, did win. And again, I reminded you this was potentially gettable, I think, 0-1, depending on the time of the goal. 7th minute goal. If it remained 0-1 for a little bit longer and the Italy stats were not showing, you could have arguably laid over 1.5 goals and taken on that Italy lead in the hope that Slovakia would wake up as they did against Spain. Sligo Rovers, bottom of the league, getting the win. Didn't really play that one. Which one did I play? Again, let's have a look. I think it was in the Superettan, wasn't it? But what you've seen the OBOS-ligaen and in the Superettan is goals, isn't it? 6, 4, 4, 5, 4, 1. So, bang. That could be your safer angle in rather than trusting these teams. But we did all right yesterday. One I did miss out on was a Lillestrøm equaliser late on against Hod. Would have been the first loss of the season in the OBOS-ligaen. So, pity about that one for me. Kalmar, I did tell you to look out and lay that late draw. Just got a late 2-2. The momentum stats, which is the benefit of buying an in-play stats feed. Let's have a look right at the very end. There we go, the 2-2, the Desmond. This was the 2-2 while they had the momentum, the home side. Don't forget there were odds on, so you'd be looking for that, wouldn't you? And I did tell you to lay the late draw, given the momentum was continuing from that 84th to the 94th minute. Real concerted pressure, and it told. Olasanya getting a penalty, and thankfully for us, someone who has a crucial penalty actually converting it. Normally, when you're at FootballTradingProfits.com, you need a penalty scored. Up steps Chris Waddle and puts it on a orbit round the Milky Way. But good luck from that Kalmar lad yesterday. The lad done tremendous. Östersund and Oddevold. This was a difficult one. We've got an odds-on favourite, but I did tell you in the research, this is a side who love playing away from home. In-play stats were in Östersund's favour. I should really have leaned back a bit, noting Oddevold have that 2-goal habit, 1-0 down. And look at the win. So that was a loss which could have been avoided. I'm very disappointed not to have trusted my instincts and my research in that away match. Quick look at yesterday's tennis, because tennis is a great complement to the summer. So let's have a look. Probably getting deeper into these tournaments. I'll ignore Davis Cup, wouldn't be playing that. Well, looks like it was all Davis Cup, apart from when we get down to Hertekenbosch. And again, we're getting 2 sets. So the first set winner is winning, which doesn't make it good for trading. Look at Riley Opelka against Bergs. Not sure how I would have taken this one on second. Would I have trusted the odds? Because 6-1 is indicative of a potential muscle injury or something like that. So a little bit of caution. And again, we had a 6-3 Diallo against Humbert. But Humbert gave him a really good run for his money in the second set. Again, your angle out would have been whether Humbert at any stage in that second set led. That's what we're looking for. Did he lead? Did he break at any stage? He didn't. It was all on serve. So you either have yourself an exit strategy, take a predetermined loss in cases like this. My normal predetermined loss is a third of liability. Psychologically, it returns 2/3 of your liability back, which is a little more comforting. So it's a busy day today, tennis-wise. Looks like the finals in Hertekenbosch and Stuttgart. Zverev is well worth watching. Taylor Fritz coming off the back of injury. An ideally informed Taylor Fritz would be looking at the three-setter here. 4 odds-on favourites in Halle in Germany. Look out for Germans. Hanfmann, an interesting market suggesting he will be competitive. And Engel going through yesterday. So obviously having a good run in Halle, which means if Offner wins the first set, his odds might be short enough to lay him as a speculative play. Moutet and Rinderknecht will know each other, fellow Frenchmen. That's probably why you're going to get the potential for a three-setter here. Searle, not expected to do anything, but he's a local lad at home. And we've got 2 lots of Australians meeting each other, which potentially suggests laying the first set winner because they'll know each other's games very well. Looking on to today's football. And the Euros continue. England have been very impressive indeed. They did concede in the last match, but they have been mighty impressive, and I expect them to continue along their merry way today, looking to nab 2 or 3 goals at least. Finland under-21, I think, got an unexpected win in their opener. So this is a wide open, 1.9 the favourite. It's a little lukewarm for Ukraine under-21s. Germany under-21, Forsbruck, Duck technique looked very, very reliable in their first round. So if the in-play stats speak, follow them. Netherlands under-21 and Danish under-21 don't have a strong handle here, apart from the fact you've got an odds-on favourite. We can have a quick look at the group stages at the moment. England and Slovenia. So it's all to play for. England and Germany dominate, and they're probably going to go through, aren't they, with a win today. Must wins for the Czech Republic and Slovenia. Pork and cheese and France had to win their second match, did win their second match. That's probably going to put Poland and Georgia to the sword. Georgia have been the most impressive of the bottom 2. Polish were excellent in their opening match, but just couldn't convert. Group D, a little more wide open, you'd argue. Plenty to play for. Just the 1 loss coming from UK under-21, but they can quickly get ahead with a win at some point. As I did yesterday, it's just waiting to see what happens in play, following in-play stats, because these are international matches. Don't know the teams that well. Start, quite simply, look too consistent at home to be troubled. I would look to lay Lynn if Lynn scored first. This is based on seasonal form to date, of course, but these leagues can be a law unto themselves. Well, Ergesund are playing a team below them in the league today, and they just keep simply beating teams below them in the league. But it's an ineffectual market, 2.1 the favourite. We would expect second half goals based on the in-play stats. Asana and Skyd, watch this one from behind the sofa. Skyd are at least drawing away from home 1-1, which might give us an angle in, particularly if Skyd scored first. It would suggest they couldn't hold on to a lead. There's not enough form lines to analyse Mjøndalen and Moss, so we'll move on to Raufoss and Odd. Raufoss have not beaten the top 5 in 5 attempts at home, home and away, and they're playing 4th today. So that would be the main angle with Raufoss and Odd. Huge gap in form, Arlesund and Stabæk. What do I mean by gap in form? Well, if you look on the challenge table, it shows you Stabæk haven't played the vast majority of sides away from home. So how on earth are we going to gauge them today against Arlesund, apart from to use the market? Let's have a look at the 3 Superettan matches being played today. Ågret have goals in them. They really do. And they're pretty solid away from home. Both teams to score as well away from home. So this match is well worth watching if Ågret goals arrive. 2.4 the favourite. Doesn't suggest we can rely on the pre-match form, but they do certainly have the goal power. Just like those old Doctor Who episodes, watching this one behind the sofa, it's an absolute horror show. failing to score, I think, in 9 occasions, Trelleborg, this season. And their favourite, you have to be howling Mad Murdoch to back them. Another toughie in the Superettan today. Both sides with only 2 defeats all season. 2.35 the favourite. Tells you the problem the market's having as well as me. It's very hard to split these two. That's it for today. I will see members of Football Trading Profits probably for the 2 o'clocks. 1:30 start in Lynn. Moving on to the 3 o'clocks and hopefully the first 2 Euro under-21s. Had a good day yesterday on Telegram. I hope you followed. I hope you got the Kalmar late lay the draw. That would have been a big winner, and stayed in for the Spain win as well. That would have compensated for the error in judgment with Oddevold. Have a great day. And podcast is being made as I speak. Meghan Markle. I don't know who she's speaking to today. George Clooney, perhaps. One of her servants has come in to join the podcast. One of her fellow marmalade makers might be joining the podcast. We might even get a marmalade recipe from Meghan today. But she'll be investigating the injuries and suspension element of all of these matches, and including my own personal research in with the data. So I hope you find it useful. I know it's annoying listening to a couple of Americans speak to us about Asani versus Sky, but this is the alternative to Meghan Markle, listening to this review preview every day. Have a great day, and I'll see members all the way through from 1:30 to probably 6 or 7 o'clock. Have a great day.